With his final breath, Marget the Fell Omen issued a warning. Cower in fear of the night, for the hands of the Fell Omen shall brook thee no quarter. Wise words indeed. Before we venture into the lands between, here's a quick shout out to AOA.com, our sponsor. If you want runes, items, armor, and weapons right now, you can get it from these worthy Tarnished, and by using the code in the description, you can get 3% off, courtesy of the Inhuman one. Any Tarnished who've had the pleasure to wander the lands between after the sun is set have surely beheld the haunting sight that is the Knight's Cavalry. Infamous for their pitch-black armor, punishing weapons, and aptly named funeral steeds, these nightmarish knights are a force to be reckoned with. But who are these warriors, and what is their true purpose? One thing is for certain. They are stationed at nearly every important junction in the Tarnished journey to the Erd Tree, save for crumbling Fair Missoula. So it would seem that they are antagonistic forces designed to prevent the crowning of a new Elden Lord. The Knight Rider's signature glaive and flail reveal little in terms of their ultimate mission or alliances, only sharing that their choice in weapons require great skill and excel on horseback. Interestingly enough, upon their defeat, the Tarnished is rewarded with a wide variety of ashes of war that seemingly are random in selection, adding to the mystery. It isn't until we obtain the Phantom Slash from the Knight Rider in the Forbidden Lands that we begin to shed light on these elusive warriors clad in jet black armor. The item description for the Phantom Slash Ash of War reads, "Skill inspired by the fond remembrances of the Knight's Cavalry. Creates an apparition of the Knight's former instructor who guides a joint lunging upward swing." But who was this so-called instructor who trained them in the ways of combat? If we turn to the Knight's Cavalry set, we discover who this enigmatic teacher may be. Pitch black armor, thinly painted with dried blood, worn by the Knight's Cavalry who ride funeral steeds. The Knight's Cavalry who now wander the dim roads at night were once led by the Fell Omen, and were deliverers of death for great warriors, knights, and champions. It seems that Marget the Fell Omen himself was leader for these Black Knights and trained them to face off with the most powerful of warriors that roamed the lands between. It's likely that during the Shattering, those we now know as Knight's Cavalry were likely his personal elite unit of soldiers tasked with the most unforgiving of tasks, to seek and destroy any who sought the title of Elden Lord. This would explain the wide variety of skills they have in their possession, and also their near complete coverage of the entirety of the lands between. Sadly, for reasons unknown, Marget would abandon his role as leader of the Knight's Cavalry, leaving his former hands to endlessly wander the twilight in search for a worthy Tarnished foolish enough to think themselves a king. And that's all for this video. Until next time, it's the Inhuman one, signing out.